What inspired me to make this documentary was, just knowing the generation we're in, trying to help the kids, overcome obstacles. There's it's a tough world we live in, and being a role model for children in primary schools and secondary schools, that they can look up to my story and just kind of keep going. Um, everyone has their issues, and just being motivated by other professionals as well who have done documentaries like Michael Jordan, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Usain Bolt, Sadio Mane. A lot of them that have done documentaries that you know have kind of inspired me, and when I got brought up to the idea of shooting one myself, I was completely open to it. So yeah, the whole gist of it is to inspire the next generation coming up. I think just being back from tour, first quarter of the tour, um, really made me realize that, to appreciate life even more and coming back to the roots of why I started to play football. Not just because I was good at it, just because of the love of the sport, watching it on telly, and as a young boy, just being able to play one touch with, my friends, and I kick the ball against the wall, and just remembering fun, what type of fun I got out of it. Keep it up, stuff like that. So that's key to the roots of loving the game of football.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm 10 years old and I got to St. Oliver.
So you want to become a footballer?
Yeah.
So what's your inspiration for that?
Probably my dad. He's a
Your
big
dad.
inspiration and he's a big help.
Yeah.
He's like the biggest person and inspiration in my life. So
That's brilliant. Yeah. And do you have any super idol in football itself?
Mbappe?
Mbappe?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm Messi.
Oh.
Yeah. And do your mates play football as well?
Yeah.
And you all play on the same team?
Yeah.
Is it very fun for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's say what mostly are you looking for to get out of football? Is it the enjoyment? Is it the traveling to play different teams, culture?
It's it's to explore and experience.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, look, I'll hope to see you again on my documentary tour, and this will be on the big screen so all your friends get to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks so much, Chloe. Okay.
No problem.
All right. I think the hardest thing to become a footballer is just adapting to the professional life, mentally and physically. So it's a very tough game. You got to be physically strong and mentally strong to push through the challenges that come through the professional game in terms of training schedules, match day schedules. To know if you are or you're not playing. So yeah, they're the biggest challenges. So training schedules is 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday mornings, and so 4 times we practice 4 times. And what do I do to get better at football? I just kind of study my position, I guess. Watching players like Sadio Mane, watching players like Mbappe, just kind of that forward position. Bringing in traits from their game into my game as a forward is key to being a better player. Watching players who are better than you, and even some of the players who are my age, who are experienced, just taking traits from their game and try to implement it. I think what keeps me going is knowing that I have family who believes in me, like truly believes in me, believes in my career, and just me as a person. The game is just bigger than football. It goes back to the roots of where I come from, and the motivation is to make my family proud, and the kids that are looking up to me today. So that's the huge motivation.
Yeah, respect is the way you go about life all the time. If you want to work with professionals, you need to respect them. And for me, just respecting all the feature athletes that I featured in terms of Kerry Ann, who plays at elite level at Dundalk, Neve McKeown also playing at elite level, Ben Ayo, Chris Lotifa, Emmanuel James, Renako, Tomwa, Tunde, Dapo, the whole lot of them. The list goes on and on. But yeah, just respecting two perspectives, the male and female, and obviously for female, bringing in Neve and Kerry was is key to this documentary as well. They're great personalities, and you know um, they share very deep, touching stories that help them overcome obstacles, and just me being able to respect them, and bring them on to share their story on my documentary. I just feel like when I go into the schools that they can take inspiration from them too, not just myself. So yeah, just respecting everyone, and bringing in their ideas and their stories to share. Belief is key. I always believed that I could do it, at any level, really. Just obviously going back to the roots of where I came from, um, being from Congo, and not having so much, but to hold on to hope. Uh, it's really sticks with you, and if uh, what it's like back home and the struggles that my people have to go through, it really makes you just believe that when you're in a better position than they're in, that you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. As we see it all over the world, people my age getting contracts left and right, and it's key to always believe, and that's been a thing that I've been doing my whole life. I think one of the biggest challenges, or I'd say two actually, was being around the camera all the time. Just adapting to that and learning how to answer interview questions. Um, it was tough at the beginning because obviously, like, I've never had cameras following me around, or just shooting with a camera in front of me so much. But once I started to play at senior level and stuff, like, being open to having a camera with me, and um, of course the confidence that I have in myself as a person, not just as a player, just as a person, very positive all the time, just approach what I do with a positive attitude all the time. So yeah, I'd say just the camera. But on tour, honestly, like, there's not really much challenges. Like, I work with children, and I've been working with children for a while, so the challenges aren't that big. So yeah. Yeah, during the tour, there's lots of moments, just interactions with the children. The biggest one I can remember. So we were in, where were we? Eden Dairy, St. Mary's Eden Dairy, and after the talk, so I had a meet and greet with the children, and they got the chance to ask me questions. Wild, some of them were wild questions. But yeah, no, one of the kids just he came up to me and he said, "You're a true inspiration, and you're gonna get somewhere in life." For him, just listening to me, for the last 45 minutes, giving that speech to their whole year. I'm glad that it really touched him, and he recognized that. Just shows that the inspiration is growing, and yeah, that's one of the biggest moments. But I've had lots on tour, honestly, and the tour coming up again in September, and we have so many more schools to visit, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of more. Just being a footballer, knowing that kids love sport, not just football, of course, any sports, but in terms of my life and my documentary, football is key to this documentary, and kids obviously live and die by it as well. When I go into schools, ask them who they support. It's a whole mix of Man United, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea, and it's always these debates going back and forth. Yeah, so just taking inspiration from that, um, the kids just always wanting to be a part of something key in life, which is a documentary, which can be beneficial to other children who are struggling, um, uh, and people who want the best for themselves in life, that are trying to get inspiration from a documentary. So It already has inspired a lot of kids, and being in touch with more and more schools to be asked to come in and give talks to their first year, second years, sixth, fifth, third class, fourth class students is truly amazing to see the project just growing and growing, and we have no doubt that it's going to keep growing in my career and everyone else that's featured in the documentary. Do you know what's funny? At the beginning of the documentary, I didn't think I could do it because I didn't think I had enough story to tell. But once you kind of take a step back in life and just really think about where you've came from and where you're at now, we were able to pinpoint, the key moments of overcoming obstacles and belief, that I could play at an elite level, that I could play at a senior level, professional level, whatever level it is. To be honest, is key. It's always been key. I always say the word key, but it literally relates to what I'm saying in terms of belief. It needs to be key because if you don't believe in yourself, then it'll be very difficult to achieve your goal. So I've always been a person that believes and know that there's light at the end of the tunnel at the end of the day. So um, yeah, it's always been key to this documentary and to my life as well. So I appreciate everyone that's a part of the project. The schools have been in touch, and can't wait to see more of the schools that we're on schedule with to see in the new year, September, October on tour. So we're excited. Yeah, see you guys in the next video.